According to new reports, Donald Trump and, of course, his son, Donald Trump Jr., are actually starting to panic over the fact that his campaign in the state of Iowa is somehow falling apart. Now, this is very interesting to me because Donald Trump obviously holds a significant lead in the 1st Republican caucus state of Iowa. But behind the scenes, things are actually going very poorly. And here's why. Let me read this. This is from Raw Story, but Raw Story writes, according to a report from NBC News, a panicked call was made with Don Trump Jr., in which the president's son complained that there is no, quote, adult in the room, and added, quote, that they were running from behind and getting things going, and that there was concern about that at the highest levels. And we know what the highest levels that Jr. is referring to is, that's his father. So there's no adult in the room, Jr. says, in Iowa. Of course, he denies the report. So, you know, either he's lying or he's telling the truth and none of this happened. I think we can go ahead and make our minds up about that. You make up your mind, I've made up mine. But let's assume for a second that this story is in fact accurate. So if it is, what this means is that that lead that Donald Trump has in Iowa, the people that are looking at the campaign in Iowa are saying this lead isn't going to last. And we don't have the campaign apparatus working on all cylinders to sustain this. One former Trump advisor issued a dire warning explaining, quote, I know there's an operation. I'm hearing that there's something going on, but it's hard to see it. They have not settled on an approach that works. What will happen is somebody is going to get surprised. So it's a former Trump advisor that spoke to NBC News about this, and that's what they have to say. It also mentions the fact that Donald Trump has barely spent any time in Iowa. Meanwhile, the rest of his Republican challengers are going to Iowa like it's part of their daily routine at this point. Trump did, of course, go to Iowa this past weekend. Didn't go well for him. He got booed at the football game. Had a lot of pictures of people giving him the middle finger. So, you know, make of that what you will. But here's the thing. A poor performance in Iowa does not necessarily destroy a campaign, right? A 2nd or 3rd place finish is still enough to keep your campaign going. So at worst, right, like Trump might come in 2nd. But it's not the coming in 2nd that bothers him. The real problem he has is that if any other candidate comes in 1st, suddenly that candidate is going to look like a viable candidate. Right after Iowa, we're going to see a ton of people drop out, like all the people who have no choice. But if somebody takes that top spot from Trump, suddenly all these other Republican donors are going to be looking out there being like, oh, all right then, we got a contender. And they're going to get support. They're going to have momentum that Donald Trump will not. Again, we have seen candidates not come in 1st in Iowa and go on to become president of the United States. But Trump can't afford that. He can't afford to have any of his challengers look like real contenders. So that's where the campaign's fear is. It's not that, oh no, Trump's going to fade into oblivion. That ain't going to happen. But all it takes is one person with one good showing in that 1st contest, and suddenly we got a race. Ring of Fire has fresh content 7 days a week, so if you want to be reminded about it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell to be notified every time a new video goes up.